Hello, my name is Matthew and I'm the Russian-speaking psychedelic host in Jamaica. My main goal is to make Psy session much more affordable for people who need this. You're welcome to listen to the testimony from my first patient over there. Big shout out to Omar from Diaspora Psychedelic Society for making it happen. All links gonna be down below. Enjoy. So we can start. Okay, so tell us your story, please.
So I struggle with chronic depression almost all of my life. I also have chronic fatigue, anxiety, sleep problems, socialization problems. That's why and I'm 35 years old now. I finally realized that I have a mental illness only by 26 years. That's why I went to psychotherapist. It changed my life for the better, but it didn't help me with against depression. That's why I continued my search, and so I went to endocrinologist, and she prescribed me hormonal treatment, hormonic gonadotropin and thyroid hormones. After this, I realized how healthy people feel.
So you just understood how the healthy people should feel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was for the first time of your life.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And it was like 28 years old, right?
26.
26.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these good feelings didn't last long. So I spent a lot of time trying to find why it stopped working. Endocrinologist claimed that testosterone is the best antidepressant. So that's why I also tried an injection of sustanon. It helped me a bit. I had great sleep on it and great stamina for a week. But after a week, I felt horrible.
Okay.
My anxiety increased. I got a short breath and I became dumb. And it's dangerous for my job. And these bad side effects lasted all day. After this, I decided to stop taking testosterone injections. So, as hormonal treatment failed, I went to psychiatrists. In Russia, they only prescribe antidepressants. They prescribed me fluoxetine and Psychedelic. But endocrinologists forbid me to use it. Kept trying to find safer solutions. One time I was reading one of the forums and accidentally I found a message from a guy who claimed that psilocybin cured his depression. I found a lot of pros and cons of using psilocybin in the web. Many scientific publications describe psilocybin as a very effective treatment against depression. But I also found many scary stories about psychedelic trips. My internet friend also tried psilocybin and he told me that it was too scary for him, and also he recommended me not to trip alone. By this time I realized that I have only two options left to try against depression: Velbutrin, which works with dopamine, and psilocybin. You can't legally buy Velbutrin in Russia, and psilocybin is illegal in Russia too. So I realized that to cure depression, I need to go abroad. With time, I consumed more and more information about psilocybin, and decided to take exactly this substance. By this moment, COVID pandemic has begun. The first option to take psilocybin was to go to the Netherlands, but it wasn't feasible for me due to pandemic and visa difficulties. Then accidentally Google gave me a Wikipedia page with a list of countries with psilocybin legal status. From this page, I found out that Jamaica is the least restrictive about psilocybin. Google search gave me a link to the Jamaican retreat called the Psychedelic Diaspora and with its contacts. I wrote a message in Facebook Messenger to the head of this retreat, Omar. And I was offered to contact Matthew, as he is the only Russian-speaking specialist here.
That's me.
Yeah, it's important to me to have an opportunity to trip with a Russian-speaking person because it's easier to explain my feelings or problems during the trip. It also makes me less stressful. Also, I agreed to trip with Matthew because his price is much more affordable for Russians compared to other available options. So Matthew contacted me and described me what to expect from the trip and how it affects our body and brain. So I became less scared and anxious about psilocybin and decided to go to Jamaica. When I arrived, Matthew gave me even more details and did all the necessary preparations to make sure that trip will be successful
Yeah.
with positive experience.
Okay.
For me, only the beginning of the trip was a bit scary, but by this moment I was ready for that. After that, I have only positive feelings about my trip. I just laid in the nature under the trees, and it was very enjoyable.
Okay.
Many things I saw around me were very funny, and I loved almost all of the trip. During the trip, I walked around the house with Matthew, and I was amazed by beauty of the nature.
Yes. Okay.
And by the end of the trip, I started to feel like a new person. I felt that part of me has died, and I don't have desire to reflect about my past anymore. I had pleasant warm feelings in all of my body and also in my head. I realized that I want to start a new life. I, um, I have never been suicidal, but I didn't enjoy my life. Now it's changing. Before the trip, I also had low self-esteem, but it's changing right now too. Also, I accept myself much more. Now I want to use my time much wiser. I will spend less time in the internet. I will try to do more enjoyable activities to keep my emotional and physical state high. Um, for the person like me, Matthew did a great job. He has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge about effects of psychedelics, and knows how to explain them to patients
Okay.
and
Yes.
how to trip the right way. For me, psychedelic trip was life-changing breakthrough experience. I think psilocybin is the most powerful and effective cure against depression that I have tried. I'm grateful to psilocybin and Matthew for changing my life to the better.
Yes, Pavel, I'm thankful and I'm glad that you came here, and I'm glad that we did that we were planning to do, and I'm glad that everything it turns out like this. And so just to make sure, you had some problems that you came here
Yeah.
with. So after the trip, you feel new. Yeah.
Yes.
You feel like free,
Like new person.
like the new person. So now you are ready to start. You have the passion to move forward, to conquer, and go big. Yeah.
I don't think so.
This is actually there was my main goal, and I'm glad that everything worked. And yeah, it was nice having you here. And thanks, real big shout out to Amar. Thank you for him to letting me do this. Yeah, it was nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Respect.
Respect. See you. We'll see you on Jamaica, but not as a patient anymore, but as a tourist and as a visitor. We're glad to see you here. Okay. So thanks for watching. I remind that the links are available down below. Check out them, especially my Instagram. So there you can buy some supplement as well as the lion's mane and amanitas mushrooms. That's what I do. That's what I know. So feel free to contact me, even though it's on Russian language.